Last time we saw you, you and I were on Dancing with the Stars. Jonesy hung out with us. I haven't even heard of you since. Where have you disappeared?
Just tried to keep dancing, and it didn't work out.
Did you take my advice and say, stick with TV, forget the movie thing?
I did, thank you for that.
It's a hiding to nowhere.
Just re-signed the contract at Home and Away. So.
Chris, this film is fantastic. What a fascinating time of history. What a horrendously difficult life a whaler must have. Could you have stood it?
No, I don't think I could, unless it was something you were born into and that was the norm. I think to go from this life into that would have been incredibly confronting and horrific. It's statistically they were like fighter pilots in the sense that they'd disappear for years and go off to war basically, and a lot of them wouldn't come back. It was brutal. It wasn't sort of swashbuckling and skipping off to sea, and there was an adventure element to it, but incredibly dangerous.
But historically as well, I didn't realise that we didn't get oil out of the ground back then.
Yeah.
All our heating, lighting relied on hunting whales and getting whale oil, which makes you wonder what's going to happen in 200 years from now.
Sure. I had no idea either. It was funny. I remember thinking, I thought it was a small portion of fuel, but it to have, as I said, lit the world at the time. This is what drove everything in the whole industry. You think, oh my God, like what did we do to the planet? What are we doing still? And there was a great line in the film where someone says at the very end, I hear they pulled oil out of the ground, and you think, it was brutal then, but what we're doing now is just as brutal, and who knows what effect.
And how do you catch any when you're throwing a harpoon by hand?
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, I always thought they must have had some kind of rig or kind of gun sort of set up or something, but no, physically go up and throw the thing and then be pulled along by the whale through the sea. Brutal.
Did you get seasick? Because I can imagine you still, with all special effects in the universe, you're there, you're moving around. How did you feel?
Sick a bit, yeah. I mean, we shot 2 months in the studios in London, which is an outdoor set, a massive swimming pool, with a replica of the ship we're on, and it was on this big gimbal machine which would throw us one way, throw us that way, spin, move, whatever, and they're shooting water cannons at us and so on. So it was like the show ride from hell. It was freezing, wet, and it was nauseous. And then we're on the actual boats or ships for 2 months, and we'd sail for 6 or 7 hours in one direction, chasing the sun, shooting, and turn around and come back, and that was for 2 months. So
it's not Club Med, is it?
No, it wasn't.
But your character leaves, and his wife has a little baby, and the baby's grown up. It's like almost an adult when you get back.
I know, yeah.
It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't imagine that kind of lifestyle, I mean, I disappear for 2 weeks and they look remarkably different and so on.
Yeah. Well, it's like the last time we saw you, there you were.
A baby.
Yeah. Now you're a baby.
Went off to war.
You went off to a war, and now you've got kids, and everything's all grown up now.
We met your parents when we met you through Dancing with the Stars. What nice people. Are they agog at the trajectory all their sons have taken? All actors living an incredible life? Yeah,
I think as much as we are. I think all of us kind of get together at premieres and so on and kind of go, oh my God, how did this happen? And, look at us. Dad's got my suits on, all Liam's, and it's nutty.
You took this script to Ron Howard.
Yeah.
How did that process work? Did you fall in love with this story and you thought, I want him to do it?
Yeah, I'd read this very early on when I got to LA, and a number of people were kind of attached or not attached or thinking about doing it, but it was logistically just an incredible thing to try and take on. It was shooting with water and on the ocean and so on is I think scares anybody. And I took it to Ron after having done Rush, and he loved it and said, look, I have read it before, but it kind of made me nervous, but at this point in his life he thought, I'm ready to tackle it and take it on, and it just took off from there.
Well, it's a rollicking sea adventure. I just enjoyed every minute of it. And, if you just keep doing what you're doing, I'm sure you'll get there. Because I remember when I said to you all those years ago, I said, when you get there, just buy me a jet ski.
I've got it here.
Really?
It's in the
boat. We better go and look for it.
We better go and look for that jet ski. Chris Hemsworth, thank you.
Thank you.